Hey, welcome back after our typical long hiatus between each chapter. uh, we're back to, I guess you could technically call this a let's read, but it's more just kind of our live reaction of Eiga Hentai
Of this
Scanranger.
madness.
Yeah, I'm your typical host here, Stanley, and I am with Nico and Joe.
Heyo.
Hello.
First one was Nico, second one was Joe. So, I guess what we're going to do is for the first half, Nico will read, and for the second half, Joe will read. Sound good?
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, sounds good. So, today is episode 29. If I die, let it be with honor. If this ends with literally everyone dying, I will give this fanfic a 10 out of 10.
That'll be
Like,
And the
Game of
rest is like
Thrones.
the rest of the series is just like a funeral setup.
it'll be
so
this
annoying.
one it'll be this one choose your own adventure game I played where you end up, or no matter what you do, you end up at a funeral and your character just kind of sits there staring at nothing. The end.
Oh God. Just no.
So,
I like how Adventures of Blarney just ended with this lady will let you have a grand adventure, and you're like, nah,
we were just like, nah, fuck that.
and then just ended.
Yep. Blarney was content living on his farm with all his money,
Mm-hmm.
which he then locked the dude inside his barn and then burnt the barn down.
Uh-oh.
That was so good.
He did it for tax purposes.
Probably. Fuck. Well, more specifically, it's because the dude came up to Barney. He was like, and he started fucking with him. He was like, "I demand some of your money," and you're started being a bitch. And so we're like, "Okay, well, now you die then. Fucking get burnt down in a barn." But yeah, so Nico, if you would like to start us off.
Sure. Alright, episode 29. If I die, let's be with honor. Professor Axel meets with the Scanrangers, including Takeshi. Discuss
Where's
a
Takeshi
very
been? Like,
Oh.
I don't know if you guys have tuned in the last couple of chapters, but Takeshi has been nowhere. Where the fuck's he been? He's our sixth ranger.
discuss a very important issue. The man known as Peter Emmanuel.
Quite the name.
In a very indirect fashion, Peter Emmanuel was once a Scanranger, said Alex. But I thought but I thought you said Takeshi was the first prototype Project Paramount, said BC. That's true, BC, said Takeshi. I don't know which characters are speaking at which moment, so they're all gonna have the exact same voice for the most part.
That's
After
fine.
the accident, a few years ago, the project was brought back. Peter was used more for an experiment to see how the film energy can be applied internally and not chosen.
That doesn't make
He
any
decided
sense.
to try it. Exactly. Be- because he said he wanted more excitement in his new walk of life. What?
I think
He
you
was an
skipped ahead.
avid churchgoer. The only difference was that he
You
actually
skipped ahead a
practiced.
bit, I think.
What?
Huh. No. And when not chosen, he decided to try it because he said he wanted more excitement in his new walk of life. He was an avid churchgoer. The only difference was
Yeah,
that
I
he
didn't
actually
skip anything. It just
practiced.
doesn't make any sense.
No, okay. So, what I'm gleaning here is this Peter dude who we met before, and he's literally the Jesus Ranger, by the way, guys. So he
No,
was.
great.
So what I'm gathering is that they're saying somehow this dude found out about this secret government project and willingly gave himself up to science so he could get God powers. But wouldn't that go against your super religious beliefs? Fuck, dude.
Hmm.
Also, if this fic were any bit darker and like maybe better handily written, like, dude, this is some fucked up shit you could explore. Secret government experiments who are literally trying to blend the fucking planes of fiction and reality. Like, you could go places with that.
if it
obviously
was
the
better
story's not
written.
going to go with that.
Nope.
Not even close.
Peter used his film energy for the first time when he confronted a gang of street thugs.
No, that says
Uh,
toughs. Street toughs. I don't know what the fucking
Tough
street tough
thugs.
is, but
I'm
It's
kind
just
of
it's just a whole bunch of wiggly toughs.
they're all spamming double slap on this poor guy.
I know. I was thinking of the Drawfee version of Wigglytuff. That would actually be horrifying.
The Drawfee version of anything fighting that shit would be horrifying.
Yes. About to be beat up. What? Really?
About to be beaten up.
You know?
That is fine grammatically.
No, but I mean like some street thugs beating up Jesus Power Ranger. That's kind of
Yeah.
He thought about Raiders of the Lost Ark, the scene where the Nazis were to open the Ark of the Covenant. They were destroyed by its power.
That's fucking
the same
fucked
happened.
up.
The same happened to the gang that tried to rob him.
Oh my god!
That's actually kind of awesome. All that was left was a pile of ashes. Feeling guilty for what he had done, Peter turned himself in to the police. Yet the officers thought he was insane. The charges were dismissed due to reason of insanity.
Okay, so there's a lot to unpack here.
He murdered people, went to trial, and then got the case thrown out due to insanity.
Well, no, ignoring that for a sec, okay? This dude saw a bunch of thugs just hanging out and decided, I'm gonna fucking fight these guys. Somehow expecting to win. He obviously gets his ass kicked, and then he just goes, man, I wish these guys would... Like, he thought about Nazis. Like, no, backpedaling that. Okay, I don't know if anyone ever has been in a fight for you two or anyone listening here, but speaking from personal experience, when you're fighting someone, the first thing that does not cross your mind is, oh man, you know what was a great thing? That scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark where the Nazis got fucking destroyed. That shit was bomb. Like
I mean, that's like the sixth thing you're gonna think about.
Right? like, so then he had the intent to kill, so yes, he did murder.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Reason of insanity or not, he wouldn't be allowed to just walk free. He'd get thrown in a mental hospital.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, so how is he still around?
Maybe the next chapter, the next paragraph will explain it. It will not. That is when I, Catherine Andrews, came in. Rosewood said as he entered the meeting room.
Oh yeah.
So he's Catherine Andrews now.
Great judge of character there, Rosewood. Fucking... You hear about a dude who... You don't even know if he used film energy or not. You just know he fucking incinerated a bunch of guys. And your first thought is, you know, I could use him on my team. Like... Yeah, great.
Curious of his power, I brought him back to Professor Alex. After many tests, it was confirmed that Mr. Emmanuel was not insane.
Those things are not mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
No.
Like,
Daphne was convinced that the internal film energy worked.
like, you could still be insane and still have film energy. I'm pretty sure one doesn't cancel the other out.
Yeah. I mean, they never established anything that would, prevent that.
Yeah. Also, I think I would go at least a little insane if the government experimented a shit ton on me. Like, just saying.
I think anybody would go insane.
Like...
By the time Peter recovered, he thanked us, but he wanted to get on with his own life, helping those in spiritual need.
Because this is the
We
guy
respected
you want leading
that.
your religions.
Yeah, the one that thought about burning Nazis alive, and yeah. We respected that, and he used his power to help inspire others not to fight, but to turn into ashes.
Yeah,
Now that he has returned, we are curious of why did he help the Scanrangers? Is it the mission from God, or
I
is it
see what you
another
did
ulterior
there.
motive?
Okay, I will give him a tiny point for that. And you now your knee jerk reaction, because he made a Blues Brothers reference there. Your knee jerk reaction might be, oh, what? He made a reference to a movie, like, so you're giving point. No, that's not why. If you remember, in the early chapters, he'd be like, hey, this is a reference, you know? And here he didn't do
Mm-hmm.
that. So, slight improvement. So I will give him 1 point for that.
Yeah. And why would he want to help us at this at this point in time? Asked Nick. Because you
Uh,
always need help.
Not only that, but I mean, there's a giant alien empire invading the Earth, killing people. But why would anyone want to stop
The
that? What?
the only competent person in this universe is fighting against us.
Right.
The answer came along with Peter on campus. Replied. What? The presence of evil. Uh, Ever since the experiment, the spirit has told me to make every effort to get rid of to get rid this campus of the danger to come. What? To rid this
Basic.
camper of the
What?
to get rid of the campus. Yes.
If only.
Yes, in the effort to rid this campus of danger to
Yeah.
come through the
What they were
powers of
basically
evil.
trying to say is Peter shows up out of fucking nowhere and is like, I did it because this.
I turned these people into Nazi ashes.
What does a Nazi ash look like?
It probably has like a stash and a red white cap.
Like, is it just a pile of ashes in the shape of a swastika?
Yes. Yes.
I was more going for like a terrible Pokemon reference.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, was he a Nazi before or after he got burned to a crisp? Yes.
He got converted to Nazism after he died by having his ashes assigned into a swastika.
Well then, I guess I don't want to be cremated. I don't want to be turned into a Nazi.
What's wrong, Pete? Asked Mark, his younger brother, who he just introduced.
Of course. Also,
It's okay.
Peter and Mark. Hey, it's disciples. Haha. Okay, moving on.
It's okay. I know that there is a spiritual war brewing even as we speak, and you've been doing well in reaching out to people, bringing them to our discussion groups, and studying them to help them become disciples and pray the gay away. It breaks my heart to say this, but I will be transferring to another campus after this semester.
Oh
and
no,
after
the
this,
character who we barely knew.
Oh no, I have such an attachment over this one sentence. But why SJ had talked to me personally to
The narrator is going off right now.
what?
Okay.
All right, okay, never mind. Like the part of but why was supposed to be someone saying something, but then the narrator is saying SJ had talked to me personally to serve full time in the ministry, and it requires me to travel to another school. That's the reason you will have you'll do a great job in my absence.
You know,
Oh,
the
and then a
narrator is the
quote
most
starts.
interesting character in this whole fic so far, just because his story keeps changing.
Yeah, he's like it's like Marvel's Mysteries, where he just sometimes decides to be a character in the story, or sometimes he just is God.
Right. Oh my God, Frankie Muniz.
Let me just back at CJU. Carmen was on her way to class. She was stopped by Professor Fox,
Who?
aka Vixen, since Carmen was unaware of her dual identity.
Oh, thank God, we don't have to wait for that twist. Thanks for giving it to us early.
Thank God I was just not even.
God forbid you out the villain later to try and build a suspense or a twist or anything. Fuck that.
Yeah. It's not like somebody named Fox isn't in a story like this would be already, it wouldn't already be suspicious.
Right.
How are things, Carmen? I'm just only concerned about your psychology grades.
I could say
Is
the
everything
same thing
okay?
to the author.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's less psychology grades, but like psychiatric tests.
Yes.
Carmen was nervous. I'm sorry, Professor Vixen Fox.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but that sentence just made me imagine this is a scene in a Telltale game, and then up in the corner it just says Carmen is nervous.
Yes.
They will remember this.
Yeah, Carmen will remember that.
I'm sorry, Professor Fox. I haven't been feeling well. See, and I've been going through some personal problems. You know that you're behind on that one paper.
You know that you're. Does Professor Fox have a stutter?
That you're. I'll make them up. What?
No, that is a phrase.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know that's like you make up something for somebody, but or like I'll make something up, you know.
Yeah, that's kind of that. It pretty much same meaning, it's just a different way of saying it.
Mm. Except that I'll make something up is kind of like I'm gonna lie about it.
I mean, that's what I did.
I'll make something up. I'll take extra credit. I'll finish them. I'll finish them by the next week. I swear. Relax, Carmen. It's okay. Don't sweat it. I trust you. The Fawkes.
Well,
Professor answered on her cell phone. Professor Fox. There was a pause.
But who was phone?
It's probably BC's phone. She stole it.
True.
What? Are you serious? Okay. I'll be there right away. She hangs up. I'm sorry, Carmen. One of my kids is sick. I have to see them immediately. I must go. Please wait here. My assistant
the entire time?
My assistant will help schedule another session. Fox, in parentheses, Vixen, ran out. Just in case you forgot that she was the Vixen, who's also the Fox.
Yeah.
Understood. Hope your child gets better. At that moment, Damien Borg, Blackorg.
Again, I'm so glad we're not going to try and build any sort of suspense or twist.
Yeah. I mean, at least he didn't spell everybody backwards. That would be Professor Groxkalb. That's actually a better name than Blackorg.
Yeah, that actually sounds like Alien. You know, like
Rockscalb.
that almost like a little rewording. That could be like an H.P. Lovecraft thing. Yeah.
La Rocksalbagonda guy. Excuse me, he said. What could I do for you? The professor wanted me to schedule an appointment with her. I am supposed to talk to you. Excellent. I can arrange everything here for you. Just let me look at the planner. As Carmen looked at the appointment book, her eyes began to get heavy. Watching the book and the numbers and the lines go psychedelic, hypnotizing her.
Why was she staring directly into the book?
I mean, she didn't want to. And he goes like, "My eyes are up here."
Right.
Then she looked at Damien. As his alter ego, Blackorg, removed his sunglasses, mesmerizing her eyes with even deeper.
With his beautiful eyes.
I imagine it's just like an anime background with sparkles and roses.
Yes.
This is exactly what it's looking like. Carmen fainted immediately after that. She
Apparently,
was all
the
wet.
dude named Blackorg is really fucking good looking. Damn.
Mm-hmm. I normally would have no need for hostages, said the evil overlord, aka Blackorg, aka the guy who just transformed, who also hypnotized the lady, who was an associate with Vixen, who was actually Professor Fox, except she was not. Now revealing his true form.
Oh my god, I did not see that coming.
He was Claudia all along.
That'd be a way better twist.
Just like he takes another mask off and he's Claudia.
Yeah.
And he uses Claudia Boomerang immediately.
Yes.
And after the mind probing the one called Yellow Scanner, I sense he has deep feelings for this human woman. He is certain to attempt to rescue her. Then the Scanrangers shall walk into my trap.
You know, here's the thing, okay? Now, we haven't read the rest of this chapter yet, so maybe they'll actually set, like, an actual trap, but, like...
No.
Yeah, I know. But, like, have you noticed any other time that these villains have been like, we need to draw up the Scanrangers? It's like, dude, go into the middle of town and just, like, sit there. They'll come find you. Like they're your sworn enemy. You don't need to goad them. You could literally, like, knock on their door and be like, let's fucking fight. And then they do it, you know?
All he has to do is walk into the middle of the town and yells out that some film sucks and they'll show up.
Or that, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. At Cape Paramount Base, the team relaxes after classes and was chatting amongst themselves. Alright. Alex and Dr. Magby watched them. At the same time, on one of the buildings, another tiny red ant watched and investigated the CPB crew at work. It was another homing device which was spying on the Scanranger's activities.
That is a hell of an ant! That's gotta have a camera better than modern ones. Like, that's got like a sniper scope on it. If it's on another building and is an ant and can see all the way over all this shit. Holy shit, that science.
Yeah. What is wrong, Alex? Asked the doctor. I don't know. It seems like somehow we're anticipating something deadly. I just can't put my finger on it, but I believe that something serious is going to happen to one of our own teammates.
This isn't how you do foreshadowing.
I feel that it may have to do with that insignificant red dot on that building, which I would not be able to see in normal circumstances. But I should bring it up because the narrator felt like it was important in the last paragraph.
Yes.
What do you mean? As Dr. Magby questioned her, she had a flashback of her late husband Roger. She recalled the two of them walking and then talking together. You look too serious, Daff. Then again, what else is new? Joked Roger.
I wish
What
I
is
had a
that?
studio
What's up,
cam
lady?
laughter.
Yeah, that's what exactly what I was going. It was horrible. Alex and Roger were discussing and to finalize plans for Cape Paramount's base construction. They saw beams being towed and concrete being poured with with the contractors hard at work. I don't. I'm sorry. One moment. Yeah. I'm sorry, Rog. I don't know, Rog. I'm actually anxious about this project. I'm asking myself, will this really work? After all, Takeshi was the only one who passed the test, considering there were so many movie fans who applied for this.
Well, hold the fuck up now. Okay. So you're saying this quote-unquote secret government organization that has found a way to manipulate energy that somehow manifests into reality via movies put out a public ad for this shit. And yet, when this story starts, no one's even heard of this organization or their experiment or anything. Literally
It was
fucking how?
sad.
Like the Harry Potter made up by the AI had a lot more consistency in it.
Yeah.
Same with that. Lawyer ad you posted. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
We should read that. Like,
It'll be a bonus at the end of this chapter.
we should totally do that. Yes. It's not like you. It's not like you to be so worried. That's not the Daphne I love. The woman standing aside me always stayed strong and stoic. At the right moment, she was very sensitive and mature. That's the Daphne I know, unless she disappeared and went to another space. Alex then took a deep breath and sighed.
The only Daphne I know is the one from Scooby-Doo, and she has way better characterization than anyone in this fucking fic.
Yeah, even though she was arguably in the original show one of the more shallow characters.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's be honest, it was all about Velma.
Is Velma your waifu, Nico?
Even though I'm gay, yes.
Velma's the one exception. Go on.
Backup plan, continued Roger. Everything, everything you do requires a backup plan. It's a strong sign of discipline. Alex thanked Roger as they embraced, and they touched their lips. The flashback ended as Alex woke from her daydream. Faster, said. Sorry, Doctor. I was
Wait, yeah, who said that?
preoccupied.
Like, did the period say that? Like,
Yeah.
who?
Said period.
Like, who? What?
Doctor President. Doctor Professor. Lieutenant Doctor.
Lieutenant Ticket
Yes, Lieutenant Ticket.
from Orgus 2.
Yes. Sorry, Doctor, I was preoccupied. Follow me. I don't know what I need to do.
Oh, I'm glad
Well,
you do, because I fucking don't. I am so lost.
I don't even know what my name is anymore. I don't even know what his. Whatever. Well, Alex and the good doctor discuss. Why is he good? I'm not even following. I'm not even gonna try to pretend like I'm following this. Um, while Alex and the good doctor discuss the future plans, the emergency siren went off. Sarita answered swiftly.
I'm not gonna
Guys,
lie. I'm not gonna lie. At first, I thought that said Santa answered swiftly, and I was gonna be like, "Holy crap!"
another crossover.
I was gonna be like, I thought the Christmas special was its own thing. What?
I know, right? We already went through that nonsense.
Like,
Guys, look at the IMAX screen. We've got bad news, and it's even worse news. The team looked up at the screen and witnessed.
period.
Blackorg, shouted Takeshi. What's he doing? Is he back on Earth?
It wasn't hard for it. They invade you like every week. It's not.
It's like literally just come on.
Like, just
If he's
Team
not
Rocket, they
there
got
for like longer than 2 days, that means he's going to appear again.
pretty much.
The evil overlord intended to get Scanranger's attention. Hear me, Scanrangers. I've come to give a very special announcement. I am calling you out to the battle for your precious resourceful planet.
Oh no.
If you do not respond within the next Earth half hour, I shall keep my promise to destroy the planet, starting with you. This Earth female aside me. Blackorg showed and an unconscious Carmen held by General Ugg and Anarchy. Yay, Anarchy!
So, hold on. I mean, yes, anarchy is the best, thank God. But this implies Blackorg could have blown up the Earth at any given time, but he hasn't yet. Why?
Why would he blow it up if he just said it was resourceful?
Well,
Yeah.
but here's the thing, like, the way he says, come save your girlfriend or I'll blow up the Earth. If your intent was to blow up the Earth, just blow up the fucking Earth. You get rid of your enemy in one fell swoop that way, too.
No, it's like your typical villain monologuing.
I mean, or this brings up another question.
What is his point?
Not only that, what's his motive? And then 2, he says if you don't show up, I'll start like let's just say he says I'm gonna start just killing people, right? You do that anyway. You're really not threatening them with anything new. Like again, this is like what I said earlier. You don't need to give them this special incentive. If you can just show up on their TV screen, just show up on it and say, "Hey, let's fight," and they'll show up. Like,
Hey, I'm coming to blow up your Earth.
right.
Stop me.
You don't need to put in the extra effort. Anyway, go on.
Maggie was livid. Carmen, no, how did you abduct her? Where are they? Mikey was about to teleport. Wait up, Mikey, hold your horses, said Nick. Don't go. Somehow Mayhem found out about our private lives.
They established that ages ago.
Ages ago, right?
Like-
I've been barely paying attention to all of this, even though I listen to every podcast, every thing that we ever did of this.
Yeah.
I still don't know what the fuck this story is. I don't
There's
know.
a story? I thought it was just random bullshit.
Most of the times it just is, but sometimes they pretend like they have a story. I believe he was trying to go us into some kind of a trap,
Actually, this
dude.
brings up another point I just thought of. Sorry. If, like, going with the blow up the Earth angle, if they have the magnitude of power to just blow up the planet, you should have the magnitude of power to blow up their home base. Shoot them!
Pretty much, yeah.
Like,
If you have that, nah. Like at the very least, like let's put this let's put an example. Um, we've just watched like the first two episodes of the He-Man reboot,
yeah.
and they've actually addressed an issue like that. There was just like um, because the Skeletor's side of the world was blocked off by a gigantic wall, which was practically indestructible,
Yeah.
right? And Skeletor has found a way to destroy it or put a dent in it. However, the machine that actually it took him for fucking ever to put together just ceased, like it blew up the moment it fired off its laser once. So
Yeah.
they got rid of the thing that was strong enough to put a dent in an indestructible wall from the story, and they made they had a good in-universe reason why he can't just get another.
Yeah, they even outright said that the fuel source for the thing is super rare and they're probably never going to find another one.
Yeah, exactly. Like this, little details, but they actually go a long way.
Yeah, exactly.
Never mind. But let's not discuss good.
Moral of
Let's
this
not
chapter.
discuss really.
Moral of this chapter is if you haven't seen the He-Man reboot from like 2002, go watch it. It's awesome. Anyway.
Exactly.
Yes. Mild spoiler alert. Late.
It's it's the first episode.
Yeah.
So skip the first episode. They told you the plot.
No, we didn't. There's so much more to
it's
it.
worth
Watch it.
it.
It's worth it. Do it. But
Yeah. The whole series is worth it and very short because
Yes.
they canceled it.
Sadly.
Okay. Mikey was livid. Carmen, no. Did I already read? Yeah, I already read this.
Start with that's it.
That's it, said BC. I wasn't kidding when I said that he was being watched.
Why is BC
He
drunk?
I just assume all of them are stoned up their
That would
asses.
explain a lot.
He must have found out about our strengths and weaknesses.
That's not hard.
BC is right, said Vin.
Okay.
It may be a trap.
So it's gay.
So we've got to get to make sure that we're all ready to take him on. This time, we're ready for any of his tricks.
No, you're
Guys, let's wait. Where is Mikey? No, said BC. He must have went crazy after he saw Carmen getting kidnapped and everything. He's obsessed with her.
You know, if that's
Yeah.
really what this author was trying to go for with Mikey this whole time, God, he wrote it so bad. Like, worse than Twilight level, okay? Like at least with Twilight, from fucking page, even less than 30, fuck. Like, almost every sentence is Bella being like, I love Edward so much, oh my god, shit quality writing that is. Do you guys, other than, the past, 2 chapters, do you at all recall Mikey at all being, super into her, at all?
No.
Yeah. I
Like,
don't.
everything is a blur, regardless. That lovesick kid, he's going to get himself killed. We've definitely gonna save him now, said Takeshi, insert laugh track.
And then,
Let's get going.
and then
We've
Takeshi
set the
disappears.
coordinates to the area we can catch the evil alien unawares?
Unawares, apparently.
What?
Whatever.
Said Vin, the team began to all teleport to a field not far away from Central Jersey University, so they could have explosions without actually destroying anything, and be able to use the set for next week.
Except this is a fanfic, so that shouldn't apply.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, that's the thing, too. This, in terms of being a Ranger story, this story, quote-unquote, doesn't really take advantage of the fact that it's in written form and not being filmed. You know what I mean? Like, you could do so much more in terms of storytelling and such because you're not constrained to actually, like, filming with practical effects on a set, you know?
Yeah, like, you just... Like, this is following a formula of the show a little bit too closely.
Also very poorly.
Even though in a lot of regards that can be charming, like the whole of Space Sheriff Spirits.
Right.
But you know, Space Sheriff Spirits is a work of art.
Yes.
But yeah. So who's gonna read Act 2?
That'll be Joe.
Alright. Give me a second. Oh, shit. Alright.
And then I'm going to be reading a chapter with Ryo later tonight, so that's when I'll actually be reading if you want to try and call me out for that.
I mean, it's
I
fine. We
will.
only have 2 chapters.
Alright. Moments later, the team minus Mikey arrive and searched for him. How the fuck did they know he was there or something?
Maybe they tracked him. I don't fucking know. Move forward.
This is certainly out of Blackorg's character to do this.
No,
What would
it's not.
he...
What?
He is the villain after all.
I never expected the bad guy to do something villainous. What the fuck?
Oh. What would he want with Mikey's friend, except to try to mess with our psychics? Said Vin.
She's a ranger, and honestly, he probably should have just killed her. If she is literally defenseless.
And now she's just Mikey's friend.
Yeah.
I'm not certain, said Tony. We need to be ready for anything. At that moment, Carmen appeared, bound by a stake.
Holy shit!
Awesome.
Holy shit, that took a dark turn!
Mikey then appeared before the other 5. We must help her. Let's get her.
I think she's dead, Mikey.
No, she's just unconscious.
And then she'll get carried away.
You see that the stake is going through her mouth and going out of her ass. It's fine.
Jesus.
Nick restrained him. Hold on, he said. Before Mikey could regain his composure, a ground of kinks?
Yeah, that's what the grunts are called in this, remember?
I forgot.
So one of the grunts has, cat ears and a cat tail. The other is another one is a thick boy, etc., etc.
Thick boy?
Yeah.
A group of kinks surround Carmen. Suggestions for a battle plan, Vin? Asked Takashi. Just 2. Rescue the girl and whomp the kinks out of these kinks.
Kink shame these kinks.
You know, if there was ever an episode of a Power Rangers show that was themed after DeviantArt, this would actually be exactly what the Yes.
Something else crossed my head too. If this was our group, fucking, it'd be like suggestions for a battle plan, Tom, and then Tom would be like, just two, dick and balls.
That's free, Tom. Oh shit! I can't wait to do that shit.
Oh my god.
The team proceeded to fight, punching, kicking, and wrestling the mayhem minions into submission.
There you go.
For some reason, these soldiers seem to be slightly stronger, but of course
How could he tell they were stronger?
Wait. There's
Just slightly, they leveled up since the last time. Now they're in the purple variety.
There's no end parentheses!
Yeah, there's no end parentheses, so he's still talking. So keep going.
Before Vin could finish his sentence, they were caught in an explosion which threw them off balance.
We're not sure who said that, but damn, good thing they described it for us.
Okay then. Blackorg appeared before the team. Greetings, Scanranger team. I take it you have grown much stronger since we last fought.
Not really.
Excellent. It shall take more than a few moments to easily slay this human. Blackorg felt her face, stroking her chin.
Then kill her.
The
fuck is
king
stopping
of
you?
kinks, apparently. Get your hands off her. She doesn't concern you. Leave her alone, cried Mikey.
It does concern him because she's a ranger, and again, like, kill her. Like, that you screw the entire team by killing one off. Do it.
I'm just looking ahead right now, and you know what? Fuck you, Stan. Fuck you.
What'd I do?
I gotta yell out all the scanner names.
You don't
Yes,
really
you do.
have to.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. It's canon. You have to scream it.
Indeed, she does. As I have witnessed a weakness within one of your teammates. All the better to destroy you, Blackorg. Blackorg was about to slay her, but Mikey teleported and landed a kick with the Overlord's face.
So I was right. He wasn't even planning like an ambush or anything. Like, he was literally just taunting them for the sake of it.
For the sake of getting kicked in the balls, apparently.
Like, again, either A, you could have just straight up challenged them, or B, you could have had a plan with taking them all out one by one. If you can do that hypnosis shit on her, I'm pretty sure it could work on literally everyone else. So, just hypnotize all of them and kill them all off one by one. Fucking evil wins.
They're stupid. You dare to attack my person? Blackorg grabbed Mikey by the leg and threw him towards the hill.
That we just now learned was there.
It was a clear field. Now there's a hill. Okay.
Yeah. It just rendered in.
It took a second.
It's like a Kiva strip that way. It takes a few seconds.
Yes.
In transit, he transformed camera action yellow Scanranger or scanner. He rebounded from the side of the hill and attacked. Valkyrie Vancer?
That is what it's called, yes.
Blackorg blocked the attack at the same time Carmen was teleported to safety. The other Rangers ran towards the villain and transformed. Lights, camera, action, Scanranger. The introduction began.
So wait. So they ran toward him just to stop and pose, like, right in his face?
Yeah. It's like...
No, because you can't tell me Rangers does that, because they always transform from, like, a distance. And the one time they tried to transform in front of fucking Goldar literally reached out and just stopped Kimberly from morphing and then kicked her. Like, that moment was legendary.
It's like the Ginyu Force. They're just gonna taunt you in your face.
Like,
Or at least in some cases, they did establish that there was something preventing the enemies from,
Yeah, like a
you
force
know,
field or something.
or like in freaking 80s Voltron, where when they tried to attack the Voltron when it was forming, they got zapped.
Yeah.
I will zap you with this invisible force field.
It
That
was
shit was
actually not
legit.
invisible. That's
Oh,
actually something that they showed every single time the Voltron was transforming, and that was like the one time they tried to interrupt them was in like one of the last episodes.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
they were like 80s Voltron was actually consistent with a lot of things that you wouldn't think they would be consistent with because it was 80s Voltron.
Yeah.
Because they knew.
Unlike Legendary Defender. But anyway.
I digress. Red Scanner, athlete of action.
Yeah, Athlete of Action. That's his
Okay,
title.
I thought it was spelled differently. Sorry. Green Scanner. Oh my god, you're gonna have to help me with that.
SPFX Soldier.
Okay.
It's supposed
Blue
to be
Scanner.
special effects, but
Okay. It would have been better just to spell it out instead of just abbreviate it.
yeah.
Blue Scanner, King of Comedy. Yellow Scanner, Animaniac. Pink Scanner, Musical Mistress. Jin,
Wait. I thought she was unconscious. What the fuck is she doing morphing?
I don't know.
They saved her, I guess.
And she
They
was bound.
teleported her back. I don't know.
But shouldn't she still have a stake in her and also be unconscious?
She
She
still
should
has
still be
one. She just
unconscious.
transformed with a stake.
Yes, with a stake.
Like,
It's not the steak you're thinking of. They literally just like tape
It's just
the
a slab
steak
of
to her
meat.
face.
They
Yeah.
just, they just put a slab of meat on her, and she's vegetarian, so she's really disgusted. Just like ew, ew, ew.
that's some Rita
ew.
Repulsa level shit if they did that. That'd be awesome.
Jin Hikari no Shinshi, Silver Scanner, Soldier of the Silver Screen, Movie Task Force, Scanranger.
Yep, there you go.
Very impressive poses, said Blackorg.
But they didn't pose. They just morphed.
I don't know. They have to morph. They have to pose when they morph. I don't know. Isn't that like a Power Ranger thing? They have to do the poses?
Depends on which season.
Depends on the season.
I'm serious. In some seasons they say it's a requirement, in others they don't have to. They just kind of choose to.
Okay.
And in some shows of this sort, they're enforced by some magical laws, like in Cute High Air Defense Club
By
Love.
the way, oh god, yeah, I still gotta watch season 3 of that. Oh, hell yeah.
So then it's like Sailor Moon. They have to do the whole fucking.
Like
And-
they're like
Yeah.
they don't want to. They're like the magic of their bracelets or whatever forces them to act stupid.
Yes.
You must
To say
dance.
like bullshit during the transformation, like inspiring bullshit during transformations. It's
Yes.
great.
Watch Cute High Earth Defense Club Love. It's awesome. Go.
Yes. If you
Put it in the
like
description
shows,
below.
if you like Sailor Moon shows, you'll love it. If you love to make fun of Sailor Moon shows, you'll love it.
Yes.
Because the creators of the show did both.
Yeah. They made fun of Sailor Moon, but you could tell they did it out of love. They weren't being mean about it or anything.
Alright. Yet it shall not help you. Your fate is sealed. He blasted an energy beam from his hands. As the Rangers dodged the beam, Red attacked with his swashbuckle sword. Blackorg defended himself with his metal staff that just... I'm just gonna shut up because I'm not Ryan.
It just materialized.
No, I'm trying not to think like Ryan today. It's not the staff you're thinking of.
Yes.
They seem to be evenly matched, and then suddenly Red threw Blackorg over his head. Okay.
You guys remember when Blackorg first showed up and he fucking single-handedly swept the entire team and then just left for no reason? Because I
He did that
remember
a few
that.
times.
Pepperidge Farms remembers.
No. And now he's getting fucking punked like a bitch.
Yeah. Green attacked next with his disc launcher, hitting Blackorg square in the chest. Pink followed with her Charcy kick,
Yep.
kicking the Overlord in the face. Silver followed with his Silver Punch, knocking a villain for a loop. Insolent whelps, shouted Blackorg, feeling the full wrath of the Scanrangers. You think you have the upper hand? I shall destroy you all. Yellow was about to attack him from behind, but Blackorg caught him and grasped him by the neck. Starting with you. No, not Mikey. Fuck.
Oh, no.
Shortly, the evil Mayhem leader attempted to electrify him. Mikey couldn't think of a movie scene to call up to counterattack.
Wow, lame.
Wow.
Like, actually, hold on. Hold up. I want to double check this just in case I'm wrong, but let me see. What was Mikey's...
Wasn't it Mikey who was the only person to pass the test?
Well, no, that was Takeshi, but, like, what was Mikey's special power? I think I remember what it was.
That was Animaniacs.
I'm checking just to make sure.
So I would imagine cartoons, and he could
fucking...
think of anything.
Okay, I was right. He's the one powered by anime. You're telling me in all of anime, you could not think of a single fucking scene to get out of a villain grabbing you.
Or just to not get electrocuted.
Yeah, or like, imagine like an insular suit, you fuck. Like, or fucking, again, like he used the Kamehameha once.
Laser eyes.
Yeah, like, use laser eyes. He used the Kamehameha once, you know, imagine instant transmission from Dragon Ball Z. That's legal. You know? That's fucking dumb. Like, their most OP party member is the one who gets punked out in the stupidest way. Amazing. I love it.
He tossed the unconscious Yellow aside, and in turn, de-transformed back to Mikey. Mikey, get up! Cried Pink, trying to wake him. You shall
Pink's doing
be
extremely well for someone who's been impaled with a stake.
No, she just has a piece of meat taped to her eye. She got bitch slapped and had a black eye.
Ah, okay.
He was just covering it up.
Fair.
You shall be the next to fall. Blackorg zapped a blast from his staff. Oh, God.
Nico, please.
Oh, shit. Taking out Pink. Why did it have to be like that? Also reverting back to Tani, Silver zoomed in and elbowed Blackorg in the face once again. However, the Overlord retaliated with a blow in the gut with his metal staff.
Ooh.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
I am 12.
Yeah, he hit him in the stomach with a staff. Oh God.
Blow in the gut specifically.
Yes.
Really hard.
With his metal staff.
Yes.
Can't see, but I'm doing the air quotes for metal staff. He zapped Silver at point blank range, which left Takashi out and his chest singed by the heat blast.
Damn.
Oh.
Okay, we went from electricity to heat.
Apparently. I mean, electric electricity can still cause burns, so it does check
It
out.
would
Yeah.
singe. It
But the
would.
description is bad. Yes.
Yeah.
Especially since we all know what the metal staff was actually at.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's just some 4 kids censorship right there.
I know, right?
Oh god. 3 Scanrangers down and 3 still stand. Blue, red, and green pondered on how to attack Blackorg. Whatever you throw against me, it matters not. You cannot defeat me. Let me try something different, guys, said Green. What are you thinking, Nick? Asked Blue. Why is it just going by color now? We know their names. Why are we just calling them by color?
You could say it's for the variety and also to show that they're in their ranger forms, but here's a better question. Why are they referring to each other in their civilian identities when they're supposed to be in disguise?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, why didn't they just like say said Tony, but they themselves refer to each other as Nick, or they themselves refer to each other with color?
Yeah.
That would make more sense.
It referred to Tony as Pink until she was knocked unconscious.
Well, yeah, because now she's not Pink Ranger anymore. She did demorph. They did account for that.
I don't know.
Well, let's just give him that one thing, okay?
Use my holoclones, but in a different way. I've got a better idea, said Red.
Wow, dude, you didn't even hear his fucking plan, and you're like, no, fuck you, you're trying to be stupid.
We'll attack him head on.
Head on.
Because that was what was working so well for you earlier, Red, was you just fighting him straight up, yeah.
Well, to be fair, everybody went in one at a time, the 3 got their asses handed to them.
If this was Shining Wisdom, then going head on would work amazingly.
Yeah, that's true.
But
they're not Mars.
Yeah, they're not Mars, so it's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
The 3 run at Blackorg with their prime weapons. Blackorg saw that and blasted them both.
Well, no fucking shit. That's what happens when you attack head on.
Wait. Blasted them both.
Yeah, it's only 2 of them, even though there's 3 of them attacking.
All too easy, thought Blackorg. Yep. Then why is it in parentheses if he thought it? You're right, it was, said Red.
Read minds! Holy shit!
Appearing in the back, slashing Blackorg in the back.
Dude, so Clone Vin is just amazing, man. He not only has no idea where he is or what he's doing, but he can also read minds. Good shit.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
Blackorg screamed, "Human germ, you cut through my armor." Blackorg swung around, grabbed Vin's arm, then took Red's swashbuckler and broke it in 2. Using the broken piece, he was about to stab Red Scanner.
Why did you break it first? It would have been much more effective to just steal it and stab him.
Who is speaking right now? Because there's no end parentheses again.
Don't worry about it. We don't know.
It's just the narrator speaking.
The narrator likes to get in on this shit.
The narrator likes to yell out that he is also a human germ, apparently.
Yes.
You humans have a saying, which is, turnabout is fair play.
That actually is a saying. It's not used anymore, but it is a saying.
I've never heard of it.
No, it is a saying. It's just not used very often.
Okay.
Just like how it can't be helped is a term that, yes, it is actually a thing. Some people say it, but it's not used very often.
Oh. Blue intervened. Stop. Hammer time.
I hate you.
Why?
No, not you, the reader. Blue.
The writer, you mean, not the reader? We're the readers!
No, you're the reader. You're the only one reading.
Okay.
I mean, I
And
am kind of following along.
And froze Blackorg's move, hitting him with his extended speedbow staff, which turned into a mallet.
Bullshit.
The mallet pounded Blackorg in the head and released Red. How did the mallet
It hit him so hard he released his grip, is what they're going for, essentially.
I know, I'm being too critical, aren't I?
No, you're fine. Keep going.
Reverting back to Vin, as Blue went around to hammer Blackorg again, he broke out of the frozen stage and his speedbow staff.
I didn't know they were playing Smash Brothers.
I don't know. I didn't know the staff was impaling him, too.
Yeah.
We don't
Back
know a lot of
human.
things about this.
I still like
know.
Nico's theory that there's a DLC pack for this fic that adds, like, every other fucking sentence.
Pretty much, yeah. Every other, like that. Every other paragraph is missing.
Back, human, Blackorg cried, hitting Blue back at Green. You Scanrangers are resilient indeed. But since your leader had cut through my body shell, my energy is very deadly and very potent. Observe. Okay. I would still imagine he'd die the same, even if all of his deadly energy were to pour out.
Probably. If this, made sense.
Oh my god. Blackorg exploded for about 100 yards.
So that should have killed everybody.
It should have killed everybody, including him.
Yeah.
And when the smoke cleared, the evil Enigma being was the only one left standing. And every Scanranger was all in civilian form. Either injured or out cold. I got nothing.
I mean, granted, it's not the most bullshit thing a Power Ranger has survived, but in context of this story, it's dumb.
It is. He just like explodes, but nobody just gets disintegrated. He just like explodes in a toxic gas that just causes physical harm
He
to everybody.
farted really bad, dude.
Oh, so now he's Wario.
Yes.
That makes sense.
He can fart to fly around.
He can fart on command. Good to know. Okay, once more, 5 Scanrangers attempt to fight me. Once again, these 5 Scanrangers, plus 1, all have fallen before my power. Not all have fallen, Evil One. Who? Replied Blackorg. He turned and saw Peter Enamel.
Peter, you're not a ranger, you just have the powers of one, so technically you're still wrong.
So, you are the one who have allied with these Scanrangers. You were the one responsible for destroying my Kuro Hogan, the same human who has thwarted the likes of Key's Team Nightmare. You're the one who has at every turn ruined my plans.
Not really, he's only been around for like 3 or 4 chapters.
What chapter did I read with you then?
Peter wasn't in that one. That was way before.
I thought that had Kuro Hogan in it though. Or is Kuro Hogan, or he didn't die in that one, did he?
No.
Okay. I don't remember anymore.
We don't blame you.
That is correct. And it my lords will to ensure your defeat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it says.
Okay. I'm just having a really hard time reading this now. And what can you, a mere can do to me?
Grammar.
Whereas the Scanrangers cannot. I don't get the double.
And now we're back to the narrator talking.
All right. And what can you, a mere human, can do to me, whereas these rangers can't?
Again, grammar, not this
Yeah.
guy's strong
Like-
suit.
No. Big time not. What you are attempting is heroic nonsense. Your god's will, you say. Your god is nothing. The only god's will you shall be doing will be mine. Okay. I boast in no one except my god. I shall defend my planet. Using a scene from the Ten Commandments, Peter called upon a cloud of darkness based on one of the plagues upon Egypt. Blackorg couldn't see a thing, but he dispersed the clouds with his staff. Peter followed by exposing Blackorg's skin
Oh my god, please don't go this route.
and called up the
Ooh.
plague of boils.
That's a plague?
Yes, I think he might be misinterpreting it, but yes.
Okay.
Yes, what was it? Boils, locusts, frogs. I forget what else there was.
Flood.
Flood. Yep. What is this effrontery?
I don't think that's a word. It might be, but I don't think it is.
If it is misspelt dramatically. What are all these boils on my body? Said Blackorg. The power of imagination.
So it's not the power of your god, it's the power of your imagination. So you just, in a roundabout way, admitted that your god is imaginary. Good
Pretty
shit.
much.
And that's not all. Peter then called up a scene from Gladiator, dressed with the armor of the hero Maximus, with a few extra additions. The belt of truth, the breastplate of righteousness, the shield of faith, the helmet of salvation, and the sword of spirits.
Now all of my stats are capped.
No, he broke the stat cap limit.
They just all went backwards.
Now it's like -3.
Yep.
Or like
Impressive
how it's
weapon.
Wild Arms where it's just 255.
Yes.
Because nobody can count over 255.
Computer certainly couldn't back in that day.
Yeah. Impressive weapons, human, but it still won't affect me. Blackorg zapped Peter with his hand blast. As the smoke cleared, Peter stood firm. What? Said a surprised Blackorg. That blast was enough to level a city.
Again, if you have the power to level cities and shit, why haven't you just shot their home base when they're all in it?
Huh?
Never mind. Keep going.
Okay. I told you, Blackorg, all things are possible. My god is something. In fact, he is everything and more. In the blink of an eye, Peter zoomed up and landed a punch at Blackorg, causing him to fly across the cliff face, and made an imprint on the cliff. Where the fuck's this cliff? They're in a clear-ass field. Then there was a mountain,
I didn't know there
and
was
now
a
there's a
cliff
cliff.
that was just outside of the fucking university. This is news to me, because last we heard about the landscape of this place, it was a fucking flat plain connected to the city.
Connected to a hill, now connected to a cliff.
The
don't
geology
know.
of this place is fucking astounding, let me tell you.
I don't know.
They probably also have Mount Fuji in the backyard.
No, that would actually make more sense.
That would make
Yeah.
more sense. It's Mount Rushmore,
Clearly. In
And behind it-
Colombia.
and behind it is fucking goddamn a volcano, for all we know.
Mm-hmm.
Impossible. With one blow, he He is as powerful as those accursed Scanrangers combined. You will pay for that, human. Now it is time for you to perish. The Overlord then used his metal staff to try to blow Peter into dust. Peter dodged, and in a bold move, sliced Blackorg's staff in two.
Ooh.
Ouch!
Eh.
Ouch! He followed up with an uppercut with his shield. Blackorg lands on the ground, stunned. The inspirational powered Scanranger ally let the enigmatic being have it, beating Blackorg through the chinks. What?
That's really racist. We're skipping.
Okay. Of what was left of his armor. I don't know what he's trying to. I don't know what the word he's trying to use there, really.
Meh. Whatever word he tried to use, he failed in the worst way. Let's put
He
it
probably
that.
meant to say chunk, and probably meant to be chunks.
Probably.
He must typo.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be the first one. It's not gonna be the last one either.
No. No. Well, this one could end badly, though. Enough. You are destroying my battle shell enough. Peter continued to pummel Blackorg into submission. For once, the emetic being never felt humiliation than ever before and was almost on the brink of death.
Again, not a proper sentence, but okay.
Oh. The other Rangers retreated out of the war zone, except Takashi, who still wanted to help with this battle. Peter, let me help. No. Get out of here. Go. He doesn't need your help. He's already kicking his ass. Why does he need help?
He's got the power of God. He'll be fine.
He's got the power of God and anime on his side.
No, that
Mhm.
Yellow Ranger would need to be around for that.
Oh.
Yeah, that's gonna work.
When the turned head, Blackorg had an opening. Oh, with the turned head, Blackorg had an opening and grabbed Peter's face. Fool, you dare to turn your back in battle. Such a fatal mistake, cried Blackorg. To be fair, if he's on the verge of death, I don't think he could stand up and do that.
Probably not. But it's bullshit just to get Peter killed off.
The next thing Peter saw was nothing but a blast of light that consumed his body. The brunt of Blackorg's oblivion beam that Peter felt through his chest resulted his heart slowly beating.
What?
And he collapsed on the ground, his armor disappearing.
Hey, you know what might have helped in this situation? Imagining that scene from Ark of the Covenant where all the Nazis got incinerated, and then you would have incinerated the big bad and this fucking fic would be over. I mean, just a thought. We only, set it up at the beginning of the chapter. Maybe it could have had some payoff.
Or, oh my god, what was it? Was it an Indiana Jones movie where the one guy literally pulls out a heart from the guy's chest?
I don't think that was Indiana Jones. It might be, though. Someone in the
What was
comments,
it?
tell us if that was...
Kali Ma, or something like that, and he pulls the guy.
Yeah.
I could have sworn that was Indiana Jones. I might just be confusing it with some random bullshit from Family Guy. Alright. Peter, cried Vin. No, shouted Takashi. Blast you, cried Nick.
Wow.
Okay, those were the three that were still... those three were the ones that were still standing after the fight, right?
Yes.
Okay, I couldn't remember because he's like, they're either injured or unconscious. And
So I guess they were just injured.
okay. Blackorg didn't respond. He only looked at the fallen Scanranger ally. Curse you, human. Consider yourself fortunate you did not share his fate. And now Blackorg felt his legs tug firmly as Peter smiled despite his mortal wound. Where are you going? We are not finished yet. With his final bit of film energy, he used his ultimate move, becoming one with Raiders of the Lost Ark. Okay, I guess
Oh,
his
please
power. I
let
guess
this end with the big bad getting incinerated, and then the other chapters just are just blank pages. That would be so good.
It's
that'd be
like
hilarious.
they would just go to Tahiti
Just
to celebrate.
yes.
Power of the Covenant. At once, another blast of light enveloped the Overlord, and Peter covered his eyes despite the pain. The energy began melting his alien skin and through what was left of his intact armor. Blackorg went through agonizing pain more than he ever. Another cry of agony rolled through the mayhem leader. Seconds later, Blackorg disappeared without a trace. So, he's not dead, apparently, because he just disappeared. I guess. Right?
That's probably the bullshit they're gonna pull, even though that really should have killed him.
Yeah.
It was his doppelganger robot all along.
Yeah. It wasn't him. It was actually. Oh my god.
Pizza
It was.
Hut.
Yeah. It was Jabba the Fat. I don't know. Something stupid. Alright, the Rangers all de-transformed, were still in pain, but they made it made it over to their fallen ally. Peter, good lord, hang in there, shouted Vin. Try not to move. I'll get you to. Peter grabbed Vin's wrist when he was about to teleport him. What the heck are you doing? You won't make it unless we get you to the hospital. No, Vin. Please. I appreciate all that you've done. Mayhem has been crippled. What? Crippled? He should be dead! You didn't have to do this, said Tadashi. Why, Peter? Why? Peter was coughing blood. Because God made it clear. He chose me to use my talent and help the purpose of stopping evil. Now, the power must be extended. I give all of you enough power to continue the fight. The essence of Peter's film energy flew out of his body and entered through his brother. I thought he used the last of his film energy to do the power of the Covenant.
Apparently not.
No,
Apparently
he had another last.
he had a last energy, I guess.
It's just like
He had a backup
that last
of
bit
it.
of cream that you have on the on like the cork of the you know. He had that.
Okay, moving on. Crap. I lost where I was. Okay, back on campus. Peter, I felt his energy. What the? Wait. No! He didn't! He can't be leaving. Not now, not now. Mark fell to his knees. Not now. Wasn't Mark his brother?
Yes. So in other words, his energy flew all the way to campus to hit Mark.
Okay.
How it did that, I mean, fuck, your guess is as good as mine, but...
Okay. Peter continued to talk. Vin, Takashi, Nick, everyone. The battle continues. I am honored to fight by your side for these brief moments. I ask all of you, keep the faith. Peter cried Vin. Don't go. Don't die on me. Blast you.
Yeah, way to undermine everything, dude.
Sorry.
No, not you, the writer. Jeez.
I'm confused as fuck.
Do you honestly think I'm gonna give you shit for, you're decreasing the artistic integrity of Scanranger? Like, no!
I don't know, probably.
No!
4 out of 10.
It is Finished. Peter breathed his last. His hand loosened from Vin's grip. His head slouched to the side. Nick, angry, crossed his arms and. He consumed. No, Nick, you can't eat.
Have you ever been so mad you ate your own arms? Holy shit.
Wouldn't put me past him, man. I forgot him.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, Nick, angry, crossed his arms in anger.
Yeah, redundant.
Double entendre, buddy.
Well, it's redundancy, not entendre, but yes.
Whatever. I'm so irritated. I don't know what's right and wrong in this fucking goddamn script anymore.
Everything is wrong. That's the easy thing.
Yeah, that's the easy part.
Let me explain to you what's right. Nothing. Actually, Anarchy is the only probably person that is right, to be honest.
Yeah,
That is true.
pretty much.
Tony wept on BC's shoulder and Mikey bowed his head. When did they wake up?
Now, I guess.
They woke up and just started crying, okay.
Yeah.
With a tear going down his cheek, the loss of a hero overtook the final demise of the evil overlord. Okay. 2 days later at Leawood Meadow Cemetery, the minister read Peter Enamel's obituary. The very somber ranger, including some of the CPB crew, all were there to give their condolences at the funeral. Even Danger Woman and the Phantom Highlander, in civilian form, came to pay his respects.
But why? They never met Peter and probably don't even know who the fuck he is.
Oh.
No.
I don't know. The two approached Takashi. We both came to give our condolences for your friend, said DM. We've never met your inspirational friend, but he was a part of the team.
No, he wasn't.
They got me lost here. We've never met him, but we know he's a part of the team.
Yeah.
We just found out about him at this funeral, but yeah, totally.
Uh-huh.
I wish we could have battled together on a better occasion. But they weren't even there to fight.
Nope.
We're very sorry for your teammate. God. Thank you, Phantom Highlander, Danger Woman.
I guess they don't have names when they're in civilian identities. That must make secret identities very difficult.
Yes, very difficult. I believe he and the rest of the team need some time for themselves.
I think he skipped ahead a little bit.
Oh, whoops. I don't know. I scrolled down to try and catch up to where I was. I got confused. Although he wasn't a Scanranger in uniform, he has proven his worth by saving the Earth. I can actually say it was a pleasure to fight with him. DM was about to console Takashi, but he turned away. She sensed he was still hurt over Peter's death. Don't worry, lady, said the Phantom Highlander. I believe he and the rest of the team need some time for themselves. They'll be back in the swing of things in time. I certainly hope so. The famed Scanranger allies see the 6 team members and Alex leave the cemetery. As the last car drove away from the burial ground, it began to rain. The sky was about to get dark, and up above, a reflection of Peter was brightening up the sky. Greater love has no one than this. He laid down his life for his friends.
Not sure if that's legit, but I'm just gonna assume it is. Because
Do I need to
they
read?
give a citation. So
Alright, do I need to read this? The little fucking
yes,
epilogue.
yes.
Damn it. In our next Scanranger Avenger, the team warns their Carmen. Yet, at the same time, Mayhem launches its boldest, deadliest, and greatest attack on Earth ever. This time, it's the Scanranger's headquarters. And as if that's not enough, another team member falls as well.
Oh, I hope it's BC. I hope he dies.
Meh.
Please.
You hope everybody
Why would
dies.
they give away that big of a spoiler?
Because this
Because,
guy
yeah.
has no writing tact, that's why.
At least like foreshadow or something. Will he be the only one to fall or something stupid or corny like that? I guess. God damn.
Haven't seen
Well,
writing
the
this
small-
bad since Major Minor.
Not even discuss that. Will the small numbers be enough for our heroes to keep the alien invaders at bay? Next time on Movie Task Force Scanrangers Episode 30. Assault on Cape Paramount Base.
Part 1.
Part 1. Fuck. Roll that film.
Okay.
How about now?
So, this was bad as per the standard, but I will give this chapter this. It wasn't the boring type of bad that some of the recent chapters have been. I will give it that.
It was entertaining, but Jesus.
No, oh, it's still a trial. It's still bad. It still has like every bad writer thing in the book. But in terms of laughing at it value, it's got a bit more than the past few chapters. I will give it that.
Yeah. Yeah, because the guy just slapped him with his big metal rod and thrusted it into his stomach.
So, yeah. Now I'm thinking, like, I'll bring it up in private. There's no need to have that part recorded. But, anyway. Any final thoughts on this chapter, you guys?
It was a bit above average for this series.
Yes. And now no more Jesus Ranger. How sad.
But he wasn't a stranger, though.
Shh. He was totally a Scanranger. Mayhem said so.
Whatever. I don't
So
get
do we do the AI lawyer?
Okay. Yep, let me pull this up, and you guys try telling me that this isn't a legitimate Ace Attorney ad, okay?
It is.
Like,
So how do we do this? Am I the narrator and are you the lawyer?
if you want that to be it, sure. Or since Joe has never read it before, he can just read it out loud, and Joe, it's very short.
Yeah, okay, I guess that would make more sense.
Yeah, because I want to hear your live reaction to this.
Okay.
So just read this out loud to us, and have fun.
Oh, hang on. I gotta actually open it.
Yeah.
And zoom it in.
Oh my god, it put it all... Wait.
You gotta read it out loud.
I'm making sure this is all of it, because it just put it on the left side of my screen.
It's very short, yes.
Do I need to read the actual...
The tweet part, yes.
Okay. I forced the bot to watch over 1,000 hours of lawyer commercials, and then asked it to write a lawyer commercial of its own. Here is the first page. I have fucking read this shit.
Oh, you have?
Yes.
Okay, good. It's amazing. Okay, so then we'll go with Nico's idea. I'll be the lawyer, and Nico, you can be the narrator.
Alright.
This is
International Firm Law Room. A lawyer stands next to a shelf with books. The books are very wide. They have eaten too many words.
Have you ever been hurt in an accidental car? Has the government sold your lungs without asking nicely? Are you mesothelioma? Answer me!
The lawyer opens a briefcase. It's full of lemons. the justest fruit only lawyers may touch.
If so, you can act entitled for money. I'll help. I graduated from law school, and all my teachers were bitten by dogs.
Words scroll across the bottom of the screen. These are cases the lawyer takes. Unfair stabbing, illegal shoes, music to Canadian, sue the rain, sorry. Divorce your toilet, fake sons.
I have been a lawyer for over 35 weekends, and I'm currently dating the Bill of Rights for fun.
We see the Bill of Rights. It is in love. The lawyer will break its heart. There is nothing we can do.
Let me use it to send your asbestos to court. I will wear 2 suits, and I promise to steal the judge's gavel just for you.
The lawyer opens the jacket of his first suit. Millions of gavels pour out. His promise was worth.
My clients never go to jail town.
We see his past clients. A tornado, a tornado, a tornado.
Remember, you don't pay any money unless you pay us money. Call for a free use of phone.
The phone digits appear. It is your social security number.
I would hire this man in a heartbeat. Okay, like holy shit.
I would say the guy that did Scanrangers wrote this, but it's too good.
It is too good. It is too good of it. Like I could see this being like some absurdist commercial being put being put up by like some comedian.
I would fucking love that.
Like it's like how Saturday Night Live did the Totino's commercials, and they were the best. Like Totino's fucking suck, but man, those commercials just are absolutely amazing.
Holy shit.
Everything talks. Peter!
But so hope you enjoyed the free lawyer commercial at the end. The moral of this episode is watch like any other Power Ranger / Sailor Moon show ever.
Yes.
Like, but yeah, with that, you'll see me and Ryo for the next one. Thanks to Joe and Nico for helping me out getting through this. We'll catch y'all next time.
Oh, I need to take some aspirin after reading that.